Hi folks, thanks for joining me. I'm going for a spin on the FJR1300, but it's no more than a camera test really for the new GoPro Hero 9, which is what I'm filming this on, and which indeed I'll be filming the journey on. However, I have a few other things to rabbit on about as well, as usual, so hop on the back and join me on the road. So welcome back folks, and thanks again for hopping on board. Actually, first thing I should say on that very note is you really have hopped on board. As of this morning when I looked at my YouTube stats, I think I'm up to 230 subscribers, and that's all within the space of me starting the channel, I think just under 5 months ago. So I'm absolutely delighted with that. Thanks so much for your support. And indeed my first video, which was the 1 month ownership of this very machine I'm on now, has got 8,500 views in that same time, just under 5 months. So thanks so much literally for hopping on board. It's quite humbling, but it's extremely humbling, and it really does inspire me to bring you more videos. Before I get into the techie stuff about this new GoPro 9, which I'm actually filming all of this with at the moment, I'll let you know just a couple of teasers actually, since like I said, I haven't released a video for a while. My next video coming out is the 4-month review of this very motorbike, and you might be quite surprised to hear that my views have changed since the 1 month of ownership. I know the bike a lot more, and that's all I'm going to say for now. So if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so, and then you can get alerted when I release this video about the 4-month ownership, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Okay, time to talk about the new GoPro Hero 9 Black. It arrived the other day. It was waiting for me when I got home just before the weekend, and of course, like any kid with a new toy, you don't want to wait until the battery's charged fully, do you? So that's a huge mistake with the GoPro 9, because if you try and start up the camera without a fully charged battery, it wants you to connect to the app, and as soon as you connect to the app, of course, there's an update waiting to happen, and it'll happen straight away before you can go any further within the camera settings. During that update, your battery, which is about, well, mine was on 7%, died. Well, actually it didn't, I tell a lie. The warning in the camera said that you don't have enough battery power, so of course I powered everything off. I charged the battery, went to plug it back in, and the setting, the Wi-Fi setting to the camera is the first problem. Now, I've done a lot of research as to why the setting to your phone so you can see a live picture doesn't work. It's a bug. Hopefully they will be addressing that in their update already announced for November 2020. The other thing I noticed, now I'm being a bit nerdy here, it won't affect you vloggers out on motorcycles as long as you're riding in daylight hours like me, but there's a huge pixel loss when you're shooting in 4K mode, and that's a known fault with many of you as well. I've been in touch with a lot of people on GoPro forums over the weekend, and loads of you have it. Actually, do you know what? Excuse me a second, I'm going to turn the heated grips on because it's an autumn afternoon, and gosh, you can definitely feel the nip in the air. Now, where was I? Yes, so back to my settings. I'm using this journey as a bit of a test. I'm shooting in 4K at 25p. For those of you watching outside of the EU and the PAL zone, 25p is the most cinematic settings in Ireland and the UK and the rest of Europe. If you want the cinematic settings in the UK, in the US, sorry, use 24 frames. But where I am, I'm using 25 frames. If you go into ProTune and select the color profile, now these are just some basic settings I'm giving you. Select the color profile as flat. Don't use the GoPro color profile. By the way, all of these settings are either in your app or on the back of the screen. You can do it either way.
but choose the flat colour profile. And one of the other things, unfortunately, about the Hero 9 compared to the Hero 8 or the Hero 7 is that the, excuse me, I've got to lift the visor up here, I have an itchy nose, is that the sharpness, do not put it into high sharpness, it's bloody awful, and medium sharpness is even too high, but low sharpness is too soft. So put it into medium sharpness, and sure, it'll be grand for 9 out of 10 things anyway. That's all in terms of the settings to get you going. I would keep everything else on auto. Actually, yes, the ISO. Set the ISO minimum 100 and maximum 800. Definitely don't go any higher than 800 on an ISO, because that's the camera's sensitivity to light. If you go above 800 ISO, the pictures will get really, really grainy as soon as you're riding along on a dark day or anything. So maximum 800. Now the view, the lens view I have on this is in super view. That's the wide, well, the widest you can get actually, without buying the attachment of a huge big fisheye lens for those you know, people who want to do extreme sport stuff. I won't be putting that on here. I've chosen the wide view. Now again, at the moment the wide view doesn't, or the super view rather, doesn't have the horizontal stabilization. It's only available in the linear view, which is quite a narrow field of view. However, it works very well. I've done tests over the weekend, but for riding along on your motorbike, it wouldn't be great because you just do not see enough of the flight deck. If you put it into linear view and then select the horizontal stabilization, it crops the picture so much to keep it so stable and level that basically your shot is cropped off about here. So all you can see, and I've done tests, is the windscreen at the bottom of the frame and then a very sort of narrow field of view ahead of you. So they're my settings, they're my favourite settings. I'm trying to think of anything else I can tell you off the top. Actually, do you know what, if you want to know more, leave some comments in the blurb below, and I'll get back to you personally, or I shall maybe do another video. It doesn't seem that long ago since I did a video about 2 months ago maybe, since I did a video about the GoPro Hero 7 and my ultimate vlogging setup. That's one of the other great things about this Hero 9. I bought the accessory called the Media Mod, which is a very slim wraparound case to go around the camera, but within that case there's a 3.5mm jack input, which you can put your microphone inside your helmet, plugs into, which is great because you then don't need a separate piece of a separate piece of kit, which is what I had on my vlogging setup prior to this camera arriving last week. The separate bit of kit was the GoPro Mic Adapter, so you can do away with that, because if you buy the Media Mod, which is a much neater state of affairs, and like I said, it wraps around the camera, then you can plug the mic into that. It also has a HDMI out, and you can charge the camera in another port without taking the camera out of there as well. So it's all very neat, it all works very well. One other little glitch is that the touch screen on the back of the camera just isn't quite quick enough. It's quite laggy. And again, on the forums over the weekend, loads of people have commented about that. Anyway, it's not all doom and gloom. I mean, can you imagine 10-15 years ago riding along on your bike trying to film a journey like this, you know, and the stabilization really is incredible. You don't see, well, I'm not at home just yet looking at the footage back, but certainly on previous GoPro models you don't see any of the jumps and the potholes and everything in the road. Actually, that on that note, I should mention that the roads I'm riding on here, the road is known as the, well, not just this road, the county actually is known as the pothole county of Ireland, and it's County Cavan. So these roads, whilst they are absolutely amazing for motorcyclists like myself, in fact I've often wondered when I'm riding my bike on these roads if they were indeed designed by a planner who had a motorbike, because these are just brilliant fun, these roads, and they're about 20 minutes from where I live, so quite lucky, to be honest. If I want to just go out for a short blast, I'll always come on this route, and you can let rip as well. There's never really too many people on board. Look at that, as soon as I said that, people coming the other way. And there's some dips as well you've got to be careful of. We're good to go. Oh yeah! Oh god, I really should get out on this bike more. I absolutely love this machine. Oops, I'm going to hold it there. I said I wouldn't say any more about it until I released my 4-month review. Oh, you should see the smile on my face. I should buy another Hero 9 just to look at my face. I just love... Sorry, somebody said to me once recently, not recently, a few years ago, Dave, you can't hold your pish. He was right, I can't. Terrible keeping secrets as well, but this is what motorcycling's all about for me. I love that feeling, I love the adrenaline, I love the freedom, and oh, do you know what? I discovered another dimension to motorcycling only over the last 5 months, and that's being able to share my journeys with you. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy your feedback, really enjoy the comments, and it's very interesting for me as well to see what you folks have picked up on, you know, things I didn't even know I'd recorded, or indeed even know that I'd said. And you know, your comments are very forthcoming, which I appreciate, and very positive in general. Although I did have a comment last week which I found entertaining, saying your accent is stage Irish. Well, I don't know what that means exactly. I presume the person who said it meant that I was putting my accent on. Believe it, I'm absolutely not doing that. As I've said again in a previous video, I'm a Geordie, Newcastle upon Tyne, born and bred. Fell in love with an Irish woman and fell in love with a country at the same time. So I have been here for 17 years. So if I ring anybody back home in Newcastle, all my Geordie friends think I'm a full paddy, 100% Irish. But I'm not, I'm just a plastic paddy. I'm only trying to be a real one. But then a load of my Irish friends think I sound broad Geordie, so anyway, I'm dying to get home now. In case you hadn't noticed, I turned around at a roundabout to head back on the same roads back home, just to check back this footage. So before we come back into my hometown, once again, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this short spin out. I'm shooting everything in 4K, like I said. I'm going to edit it, sorry, why can't I even say that? I'm going to edit it in 4K as well, and also upload it onto YouTube in 4K, which will be my first 4K video on YouTube. So it'll be interesting to see how that compares. But let me know what you think of these camera settings, and indeed if you have a GoPro 9 as well, I'd be interested to see your videos, and if I can help with any advice about the cameras, please don't hesitate to leave a message in the blurb below. Once again, give me a like and a subscribe, and thank you so much for your support, folks. That sun is setting, the nip is in the air, autumn is around the corner, but I have my heated grips on board this incredible FJR1300. This is Dave Perry for Wheelie Good TV. Over and out.